Friend, my name is Azura and welcome back to my world. This is a little different. Today's video is a get unready with me. Although I didn't wear any makeup today, I still have a whole routine full of skincare and cleansing, just all that stuff. Like, I have my night routine. This is usually what I try to do every single day. Today, during this get unready with me, I'm not sure. I think I'm going to put the stuff that I'm using right here on to my left, your right. Right. I'm going to be putting my products right here. So everything that I'm using, you guys are aware of. And yeah, let's get into it. So first, what I always do, I always wipe my face with warm water. That's how I always, start my skincare. But first, before I get into my actual routine, I'm going to light an incense. That's what I do in the morning. That's what I do at night. It helps relax me, clear the energy, all that. So the incense that I will be burning today is called Belizean Breeze. Courtesy of the liquor store. Your friendly neighborhood liquor store. Always let it burn a little bit before I blow it out, so I can see so I can like visually see it get a steady burn, so it doesn't like go out. Also, that is coconut. Coconut is crazy, actually insane, because I don't even think I live in a climate where coconuts will grow. That is a bamboo plant that I'm propagating, courtesy of my fiance, because his thumb is extra green, so he helped me with that. So that's what that is. That is my tripod for when I'm filming my weekend vlogs and I want to get the in the mirror perspective. I have my newest tripod on my bathroom mirror right here, so two different perspectives. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, wet my face. You're back. Now that I look sweaty, I'm gonna go ahead and put my hair back into a ponytail, because the worst feeling in the world is getting any type of hair with any type of style that I have wet, whether it be braids, silk press, blowout, curls, whatever, it doesn't matter. I absolutely hate the feeling of just like a certain part of my hair being wet. It freaks me out. It's a sensory thing. I absolutely hate it. So the first topic that I would like to discuss tonight as we unwind and get unready, Black TikTok is in shambles and I'm so confused, because why is everybody beefing? Like, weren't y'all all just friends like last week? I'm so confused. Like, when I see hella people beefing at the same time, I automatically think like something is about to happen. I grew up consuming YouTube from the age of like 10, so 2010 and on. So back in the day when something like that happened, like there was something else behind it, or somebody made something of it, if that makes sense. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, is this real? I mean, it's social media, so the answer would be no, because social media is not real. But I wasn't expecting that, like I just wasn't expecting that, especially the stuff with Fanita. Girl, what are we doing? The ranting and the verbiage used, it's just a lot. I don't know. I implore her to take some time off the internet and go get a grip back on reality, because what I'm seeing now, I'm scared. I used a lot of Brutal. I should not have used that much. Who you date is your business. Just take us out the group chat. Like, stop putting it on the internet. We don't Stop putting stuff on the internet, and then when people get offended or people call behaviors out, you want to get irate and you want to get completely insane on the internet. I don't think that's how that should work at all. Like, I think you should either keep your business off the internet or expect critiques. Not a wild concept to me, but common sense isn't always common. My mother taught me that very young. So go ahead and refresh my face. First she made it like I don't date black men. She made it a black man issue. Cool, whatever. Then she compared herself to Alex Earl, or like put herself on that same, or put herself in that same category when they make completely different content. I didn't know who Alex Earl was at first, so I like did my own research and like scrolled through a few of her videos, and I was like, they're not even in the same niche, so you can't really use her as an example as to why to justify the pay discrepancy between black creators and white creators. And on top of that, girl, you didn't give a damn about being a token for an openly racist brand last year, and you say like, oh, that happened already, forget about it. Or not though. Like, and you did it on top of openly being okay with being a token, you also took a spot away from a fellow black woman and did not back her. So now you want to play the black and white game, but when they were picking you over another black woman, you didn't want to play that game then. So you want us to advocate for you now? When you had the chance to advocate for another one of us, you chose not to? Okay. So then there was that. Then after that, there was the whole you painfully being curved by that white boy you were trying to kiss up on. That was scary. You're telling me you recorded that, watched it back, and posted it? Alright. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Your social media, your platform. You choose what you post. Obviously. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. One sec. Let me wash this off. Oh no. I'm out of battery. BRB. October. Please. Don't do that. Sorry, y'all. Camera died. Camera died. So, after that frightening instance, it was the whole Mecca thing. How like you refer to her as ugly, biracial, white passing. Mecca's not white passing. Mecca is fair. She's fair skinned, yes. Absolutely a fair skinned black woman with 2 black parents. Okay, okay. Also, you're biting a hand that has backed you up and made space for you to be forgiven, because her reasoning was, oh, she's young people make mistakes, etc., and was advocating for your forgiveness on this platform with the tart trip. So for you to then go ahead and come for her in that way, when she, in the video she made, she clearly stated she was talking about herself when she said what she said, and considering the business she is a part of, that's her field of work, so it's her place to speak on. Now, if a hit dog hollered, that's one thing. Okay, my thing is, you've complained about how people treat fat, black, dark-skinned women, but did you not just come for the looks of another black woman? The issue is, you thought when you lost the weight, it would skyrocket your trajectory in your industry, but you forgot that you were black. Hate to say it, but that's exactly what happened. And on top of that, it was just extremely tone deaf because you referring to your audience is broke B words. That's not derogatory. It is. It just is a messy situation, and I just don't think it had to go there. You started off good, touching on the pay, you know, differences between white and black. You started off so good. I don't know how it got there, but it did. Hey, and then aside from Fanina and everybody, Fanina versus everybody, right? You have Denzel and Ricky. They're beefing, and then you have Denzel and Eric Lewis beefing. That was so random. I'm confused. I didn't even know the two don't make similar content, so it's like they're not even in the same like niche. So I was very confused when I saw that beef spawn. I was like, okay. I was just sitting there. It was very much an issue of I'm just here as a consumer of TikTok. Like, I was extremely like caught off guard. It was interesting. It's been an interesting week. Few days to a week. This has been going on since like, what? Sunday? If that. It could have been more recently than Sunday, but yeah, that was just very like, I don't know. It was very just odd. I don't know. I don't like seeing a bunch of black people beefing. I don't like seeing it. Especially not in a creative space, because black creativity is so beautiful. I hate seeing it turn into this over money, likes, views. I miss when people made art just for the sake of making art and not capitalizing off of it all the time, or focusing on it from a capitalistic standpoint and standing in it more with an artistic standpoint. I don't know. I just miss that era of the internet, you know, where everything wasn't about who's making more money than who, and if who's making money at all. Like, we were all artists just showing each other, you know, our ideas, the new things we were doing, etc. Like, can we go back there? I don't think we can, but I would like to. So the next thing I would love to talk about and just touch on just a little bit, just a wee bit, I want to address the elephant in the room, my little hiatus of what, a month, I think, a couple months. It was nothing personal to y'all. I was, you know, doing good with consistency and all that. However, I was going through a lot of family things, which I'll probably get into more on my podcast. If you're not following that on Spotify, I'll plug it here, and then it'll also be in the description of my video, of this video. I'll just put the link so it'll take you right there. But there was a lot of issues in my family, you know. I would say starting, well, what I care to speak about, we'll start from that timeline, because things happened before this timeline, but I don't think those are things that are appropriate to share with the internet. Especially when my family value, you know, that's, I feel like, a violation of their privacy, because they didn't consent to their story being told. Because not only is it my story to tell, but when multiple people are affected and it's between multiple people, their consent also matters when it comes to business being shared. So I won't be sharing some things, but something I will share, and I am choosing to share, is, so recently there was a family dinner hosted with my dad's side of the family. To say one thing about my dad's side of the family is to say we are not close. A lot of the people from that side of the family have not seen me in about 8 years. I would say about 8 years. And it was by design. It was not because anybody fell off. If I fell off, it was on purpose. If you stopped hearing from me, it was on purpose. Because I believe in keeping my peace and aiding in keeping my immediate family's peace. In general, I don't like how some of the adults and the aunties, uncles, and cousins have handled me as a niece and as a cousin, starting from childhood. But you know, when you're a child, you don't get to say, I want to stay home, especially as a young child. So I would naturally, have to follow my parents' instructions. And if they say that I have to go to a family get-together, then, I had to go. But once I was old enough to start making those decisions for myself and being like, you know what, I don't want to go at all. I care not to go and I don't want to go. And I really appreciate my parents for allowing me that space as an individual, to be like, you know what, we're gonna honor that. We're not gonna force her to go if she doesn't have to go, if she doesn't want to go. I really appreciate it. Damn it, I had a face mask I wanted to try. I'm sad. I'll do it tomorrow. So anyways, I stopped attending the family gatherings, I would say, when I was legally able to stay at home by myself. So that'd be 12 years old in my state, which is Cali. That is the age in which kids are allowed to start staying home by themselves, and that's what I did from 12 on. I think. I don't quite remember. Aside from like Thanksgiving, because that was like a very big thing for our family, was Thanksgiving. I think I went to my maternal grandparents' house 1 or 2 times over the course of that. But overall, it was with my dad's side. And when I tell you pretty much every Thanksgiving that certain cousins were there, it wasn't an enjoyable experience for me. Just to paint a picture, like there's a specific cousin I have where she has been just a bully. My entire life, like as soon as we could talk. Mind you, she's like months older than me. Something like that. Like she's not even a full year. But she always managed to she always managed to little girl me every chance she got. Like she would always tell me, you're never going to be as smart as me. You're never going to be as successful as me. You're never going to be as pretty as me. You're never going to be as funny as me. Just every single chance she got to just like stick the knife in and twist it and pull it out and stick it in another place, twist it, pull it out. Like it was always like that. There was a time where we were at her house. She knew her dog had used the restroom number 2 in her bed and said that's the side of the bed that I can lay on, and purposefully knowing that it was there, and I didn't even smell it because her bed was super high and I was short. So like I didn't smell it until I was landing in it. And because it had been sitting there, because it happened while we were out. So yeah. And like she made it a game. Like she kept the lights off in her room so I couldn't see as well. So I ruined my clothes after that. Like my mom like pretty much threw them out because they were so like soiled, and she just didn't want me wearing it anymore, which is completely understandable. Just stuff like that. It was just a lot of just hate from her. Like, you hate me. You let something like that happen as a child. You hate me, bro. And then another thing that happened, she pushed a dresser on me. Her dresser was like those old school, like, I don't know if y'all remember in the 2000s, were like those 2-sided but narrow. It was like 2, 4, 6, 8 dresser drawers, but it was like it was narrow. It wasn't a wide one. It was one of those. She literally was like, it was under the guise of I want to show you something, and she pushed it on me and it fell on me. And then she said that she told my parents that I was climbing it, so tried to get me in trouble. But she had, in reality, pushed it on me. The same cousin, later, I think it couldn't have been a whole year after. It was like some months after. We were at her house again. I think it was like for her birthday or something, and like my mom had done my hair really cute, and I had gotten like, I think I got like a fresh like silk press or something, because I used to be in that salon. I used to be. Oh, it's cooling down. Now my camera's overheating. I used to be in that salon chair, babe. And she literally, if you're a black girl, okay, you know that our mamas used to have that pink lotion on deck. Her mom had a big pink lotion, right? And she had got it, and she said, ooh, I want to try a hairstyle on you. I was like, I don't think my mom would like that. But before I could confirm or deny with her, she's squeezing the entire bottle full force to where the bottle was like that, like all the way compressed inward onto my head, ruining my hair and getting my hair so oily. My mom had to wash it with the clarifying shampoo. She had to wash it with the clarifying shampoo twice, and then she had to wash it again. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm remembering it right. I could always ask my mom. I'm sure she remembers. But yeah, y'all, like, I have a history with this cousin. Then when we were teenagers and I was on my Finsta, I was posting, I was like, bro, my dad gave me these sweats and they're fly, but they fell off my waist. And she was like, odd flex, but okay. Like, in the cousin group chat trying to embarrass me, like, you could have simply texted me that separately, but you chose to try to make me a butt of the joke, and nobody laughed. Because you're unfunny, you're unoriginal, and you're a bully. And nobody likes a bully, baby. Nobody. So yeah, this cousin and I never got along. So finally, when we got to this family dinner, it was like awkward on her end. Me, I'm one of those people where any room that I walk into, I belong in. So you're not going to intimidate me out of a room. You're not going to intimidate me out of my character. I'm still going to laugh, still going to joke, I'm still going to have fun. I'm still going to do what I need to do to have a good time. So eventually, like, she comes over to me and she's like, oh, you're getting so big, like 23, how did it feel? And I was like, how did 23 feel for you? Considering it was last year. Because she's always tried to, like, little baby me, like little ass girl me. And it's like, girl, we're the same age. We're in the same generation. What are we I was born in 2000. You were born in 99. I don't know what your problem is. So I told her, I was like, how did 23 feel for you? It's not that different than 22. Not that different from 21. The next big birthday is 25. So I was like, yeah, it felt cool. And she was like trying to make a spectacle. And I was like, girl, we don't talk and you're acting like we're cool. And it's weird. It's weird. Why are you acting like we're cool? And this whole table full of like 30 people, 20 people know that we're not cool. And my mom is just looking at her like, my sister's like looking up at her because she's like standing over my sister. My sister's looking at her like everybody's trying to figure out why she's talking to me, because I have made it perfectly clear I don't have anything to say to you, homegirl. I don't at all. So then after that, she goes to sit back down. Then she starts hounding my sister for her plate, because my sister ordered like this chicken. I don't remember if it was roasted or whatever, but it looked good. And she was like hounding my sister for it. She's like, can I get some of that? Can I get some of that? I'm not gonna say what my... Anyways, Sony, your cameras be overheating, baby. Can we fix that, please? Anyways, I'm not gonna say what my sister said. It wasn't nice. So we'll leave that where that is. Just know my sister was like, damn, okay, here. Like, after she was asking my sister multiple times for some of her chicken. And mind you, she had ordered a whole entree. So I was like, you dad? Okay, girl. We don't know the last time you had your own meal, so whatever, Joe. But anyways, seeing her and seeing how life is going, like, I'm not finding joy in her pain. That's not what I'm trying to do. But like, when you see karma work in real time, it's kind of like I hope you know to leave me alone now. Like, I hope you know that my spiritual team doesn't really play about me. And I hope you know God, the biggest thing of all, God doesn't play about me. Especially when I don't do anything to anybody. I stay on my own bubble, on my own side of California. I don't bother nobody. I don't talk mess about nobody. I talk about what happens to me. That's what I talk about. So if you don't like that, don't give me anything to talk about, and don't treat me the way that you guys have been treating me for years. My whole life of 23 years. It's getting old, okay? And then let's not even talk about her brother, who ordered a commission from me, and then when I completed it, skipped out on payment, and I lost out on materials, labor, and all that, business-wise. Okay, so hopefully this can last me until the end of my video. I need to wrap it up because my camera keeps overheating, but I'm a little hot, so I'm gonna keep my little fan on. Hope it's not too disruptive. There's a lot of family like tea that I'll get into story time wise. Leave me a comment if you're interested in hearing stories from my childhood and my family, specifically my dad's side. I'd love to give you that. Like, I'm over it. I've gotten over it. I've made my peace. So now I just want to tell my story. So like, whatever. But just know that family dinner, like, my dad's siblings like basically scammed him in order to get him to buy an entire bottle of wine, an expensive ass bottle of wine for the whole table, and like did not explain that he'd be paying for all of it, and more so said that he was gonna pay for it and people were gonna pay him back or whatever. It was something like that, and nobody paid him back, and he ended up footing the bill for the entire bottle. That same cousin that did that unprofessional stuff with the commission also was disrespectful to my dad, and I wanted to flip the entire table over because the only person who had an attitude with my dad is me, his oldest daughter. Nobody else, not even his other two children, can have an attitude with him. Those are my stomping grounds, baby. Thank you very much. My dad's nerves, those are my stomping grounds, babe. But it was just a whole lot. Like, the mother of the two cousins specifically that I talked about told me that I need to be more present and I need to be around them more. And I was looking at her like, girl, you need to wear a bra. But we don't need to talk about that. What you need to do is get out of my face with your drunk ass and stop telling me what I need to do when you guys have bullied me and contributed majorly to how my self-esteem dropped at those ages. Because my own family was saying stuff like this to my face, and you were also saying stuff to my face as an adult and implying that your daughter was better than me and your family is better than mine. Like, this woman even tried it. Her and her daughter tried it in my parents' house, Thanksgiving of 2016, but me and my mother shut it down. And it's gonna keep getting shut down. And you're lucky that my parents raised a civilized woman entering society, okay? Because I'm just gonna leave it at that. Hey y'all, that's just basically why I was on a hiatus. It was a lot of family stuff. There's also some issues with my immediate family, just growing pains and like healing universally amongst me, my mom, my dad, my siblings. People are just going through a rough patch right now, and it's normal in families, but it was just affecting me a lot more than it usually does. And plus, there's just like a lot of beef going on that I'm so tired of. I just need everybody to be at peace so we can all laugh and kiki and be loving like I know that we were supposed to be and we are supposed to be. But yeah, that's the reason for my hiatus. I'm back now, and you can expect new videos from me Friday, Saturday, Sunday of every week. The times may be sporadic. It just depends on the weekend. It depends on how busy I am. Depends what I get done during the week. So that being said, don't forget to follow my socials, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, y'all.